from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Hello there, good evening and welcome to the 9 p.m. news on the prestigious channel of Sri Lanka. I'm Niketh Karunaratna.
And I'm Natalia Viravardhana. First, let's take a look at the headlines for tonight.
The Queen of Sinhala cinema ends her life's journey. Her remains will be brought to the Tarangani Hall of the Film Corporation at 10 a.m. tomorrow. The funeral of Malani Fonseka will be conducted with state honours next Monday. A special discussion on funeral arrangements at the Presidential Secretariat. 3,147 nursing appointments, the highest number of recruitment in history. Motor accidents in several places yesterday and today. Former Minister Duminda Disanayaka remanded until the 29th of this month. The rainy weather condition persists in several districts. The European Union responds to a statement of President Trump.
Getting into the local stories, funeral of the Queen of Sinhala cinema, Malani Fonseka, is scheduled to be conducted with state honours at the Independence Square premises in Colombo next Monday evening.
She was 78 years old at the time of her demise. Malani Fonseka, who was ailing for some time, has passed away while undergoing treatment at a private hospital in Colombo at dawn today. Her body was brought to a private funeral parlour in Boralla and thereafter to her private residence. Minister of Buddha Sasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs, Dr. Hiniduma Sunil Senavi, has made a special statement to the national television regarding the funeral arrangements. Minister Dr. Hiniduma Sunil Senavi said that the government headed by the President has decided to conduct the funeral with state honours for Sri Lanka's greatest film actress, Malani Fonseka, at the Independence Square premises. The general public will have the opportunity to pay their last respects to the remains of the late actress at the Tarangani Hall of the National Film Corporation from 10 a.m. onwards tomorrow.
26 වෙනිදා සඳුදා හවස සවස් භාගයේ රාජ්‍ය ගෞරව සහිතව නිදහස් චතුරස්‍රයේදී තමයි අවසන් කටයුතු සිදු කරන්න සූදානම් කරලා තිබෙන්නේ. මාල්නි ෆොන්සේකා මැතිණිය සමවන්නේ ඇයටම පමණයි. ඒ හින්දා විකල්ප නැහැ.
හෙට දැසන 9 සිට චිත්‍රපට සංස්ථාවේ තරංගනී ශාලාවේ තැන්පත් කරලා මහජන ගෞරව සඳහා තියන්න. ඊට පස්සේ අනිද්දා උදේ කියන්නේ 26 වෙනිදා උදේ නිදහස් චතුරස්‍රයේ රාජ්‍ය අනුග්‍රහය ඇතුව ඇයට අවසන් ගෞරව දක්වන්න තැන්පත් කරලා තියන්න තමයි මේ කටයුතු මගේ ආදරණීය නැන්දනියගේ දේහය හෙට දින චිත්‍රපට සංස්ථාවට රැගෙන එනවා. ඉතින් ඇයට ගෞරව දක්වන්න හෙට දිනේදී සියලුම දෙනාටම හැකියාව තියෙනවා. ජාතික චිත්‍රපට සංස්ථාවේ උදෑසන 10 සිට
මාලනී ෆොන්සේකා
Professor Sunil Aryaratne said that the void created by the demise of Malani Fonseka in the Sinhala cinema would never be filled. She had given the maximum entertainment to the nation during her 78 years of existence. The late Malani Fonseka had brought the highest honour to the country from overseas, as well as winning the hearts of millions of fans.
රසික ආදරය හැමදාම ලබා ගත්තා. ඒ වගේ රංගන ශිල්පියෙක් හැබැයි අපේ ජීවිත කාලය තුල නැවත පහළ වෙන්නේ නැහැ.
President Anurakumara Disanayake has expressed his condolences over the passing away of Malani Fonseka in his X account. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya has also extended her condolences on the demise of the late actress Malani Fonseka. A special discussion over the funeral arrangements and facilitating the services of the funeral of Malani Fonseka was presided over by Minister Dr. Hiniduma Sunil Senavi and the President Secretary Dr. Nandika Sanath Kumar Nayaka at the Presidential Secretariat this afternoon. The meeting has dealt in depth over issues relating to paying a final respects to the remains of Malani Fonseka by people coming over from all parts of the island. The President's Senior Additional Secretary, Rosha Gamage, Secretary to the Ministry of Public Administration, S. Aloka Bandara, Secretary to the Ministry of Buddhisasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs, Prince Nadira, artists and relatives of the family of Malani Fonseka have attended the discussion.
Now a short profile on the life story of the Queen of the Sinhala cinema, Malani Fonseka. Wanniyarachige Malani Senhilata Fonseka was born on the 30th of April 1947 in Palilgoda, Kelaniya. She was the third in a family of 11 children born to the parents of government press employee Gilbert Fonseka and Silavati Fonseka. Malani had her preliminary education up to grade 5 from St. John's College, Nugegoda, and later on pursued secondary education at Gurukula Mahavidyalaya, Kelaniya. Malani Fonseka has been a professional actress who was engaged in the local acting field for 7 decades. She was adjudged as the Queen of the Sinhala cinema as a result of her outstanding cinematic performances. Malani had commenced her acting career through stage drama by acting in the Noratharatha play in 1963. She was felicitated with the National Award for the Best Actress for her role in the Akalwasa stage drama in 1968. She had given main acting contributions to 14 stage plays. Malani Fonseka had entered the cinema in the year 1968 via Punchi Baba film of Tissalian Surya. In the same year, she has contributed her acting skills for the movies Abuddha Sakale, Dahasak Situvili and Adaravantheyo. Malani had acted altogether in 140 films. They included foreign movies as well. The most successful movie Malani Fonseka had acted could be considered as The Nidhanaya, directed by Dr. Lester James Pires. Other notable movies of Malani Fonseka included Siripala and Ranmanike of Amaranath Jatilaka, Eya Then Lokulamek and Bambaru Evit of Dharmasena Pathiraja. Malani Fonseka had placed an exceptional milestone in her film career by directing and producing the movie Sasara Chetana in 1984. She had acted in the movie Ahimsa in 1987 and directed the movie Stree in 1991. She had joined Tamil actor Shivaji Ganesan in acting in the movie Pilot Premnath in 1978. Later on, she had entered the television and acted in the teledramas Menalada Pute Kiridunne, Pitagamkaryo, Kemmura and Ambudaruo. Due to the exceptional acting in the teledramas Pitagamkaryo and Kemmura, Malani Fonseka was able to win the Sumati Award for the Best Teledrama Actress. Malani Fonseka has also directed the teledramas Sanasiri Suvanda and Nirupa Mala and became the first woman to direct local teledramas. Her final movie appearance was in The Akasa Kusum, directed by Prasanna Vitanage. Malani Fonseka had been acclaimed both locally and internationally for her exceptional acting talents. Among many of the accolades received by her included the awards in the international arena, Presidential Awards, Sarasavya Awards, OCIC Awards and many others. She had been named as one of the 25 greatest film actresses all time in Asia by the CNN television in 2010. Malani Fonseka had later on entered politics and functioned as a parliamentarian. She had celebrated her 78th birthday recently in the company of her comrade artists in the local cinema. It was a very sensitive moment for the participants of the event. Getting into more local stories, appointment letters were presented to 3,147 newly recruited members of the nursing service at the Temple Trees today under the patronage of Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya.
This marks the first time in history of Sri Lanka's nursing service that such a large number of appointments have been granted at once. The history of the nursing service dates back to a past as much as the 19th century. It was inaugurated under the pioneering role of Florence Nightingale, and today the nursing service has been elevated to an extremely high level. The Prime Minister and the Minister of Health and Mass Media, Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa, have handed over the letters of appointments to 3,147 nursing appointees of the 2019 batch. In addition, 79 special grade nursing officers were awarded promotions during the ceremony. Secretary to the Ministry of Health and Mass Media, consultant physician Dr. Anil Jasinghe and a group of officials were also present on this occasion. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya, expressing her views at the event, extended her best wishes to all newly appointed nursing officers as they embark on a new journey in life by joining the public service. She stated that among all professions in the world, nursing is one of the most important and highly respected, adding that it goes far beyond a job and represents a humanitarian service essential to the people. The Prime Minister further said, noting that nurses, in addition to administering medication, have the power to heal through their smile, speech, compassion and nurturing presence. She highlighted the significant sacrifices involved in the nursing profession, physically and mentally. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa, addressing the ceremony, said a further 5,500 nurses are scheduled to be recruited into the nursing services within the next 2 years. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa stated that this was the largest number of nursing appointments ever granted at once, adding that it was also the largest group recruited to the public service following the appointment of the new government. The minister emphasized that they are in an area of revival. Everyone working today is doing so with the commitment to change this country. There is a great hope for the future of the nation. In order to realize those hopes, not only the government but the entire public service, including all, must act with the same purpose. He further noted that the government expects the public service to function with qualities akin to motherhood, efficiency, productivity, correctly and with compassion.
A Sri Lanka delegation is set to participate in discussions in Washington, D.C., focusing on tariff-related matters following an invitation extended by the Office of the United States Trade Representative. This is the second in-person meeting aimed at ongoing efforts to strengthen bilateral trade relations between the two nations. This initiative builds on several prior virtual interactions held between the USTR and Sri Lankan officials and underscores a commitment to deepening economic ties. The upcoming talks are anticipated to explore avenues for enhancing trade cooperation and securing favourable outcomes for Sri Lanka in light of current economic priorities. Ahead of the visit, a high-level meeting was convened yesterday under the leadership of President Anurakumara Dissanayake to ensure the country's interests are well represented. The discussion focused on aligning the delegation's approach with Sri Lanka's broader economic strategy, ensuring the best possible outcomes from the upcoming discussions. Key participants at the meeting included Deputy Minister of Finance and Planning Dr. Harshana Surya Peruma, Governor of the Central Bank Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe, Secretary to the Ministry KMM Sirivardhana and several others.
One person was killed and 42 others injured in road accidents that occurred last night and at dawn today. The accidents had taken place in Tangol, Nuwara, Ranna, Vadigala and Thanamalwila areas. A person was killed and 10 others injured when a bus hit the rear of a tipper truck transporting sand in the Valiara area in Netolpitia, Tangol, around 2:45 am today. The injured were admitted to the Tangol hospital. Our correspondent says the ill-fated bus was travelling to Pasikuda from Gaul. Deputy Minister Ruwan Senerath has arrived at the Tangol base hospital today to look into the well-being of the injured. A private bus travelling from Nuwara towards Kurunagala veered off the road and overturned in the top pass area on the Nuwara-Gampola main road last night. At the time of the accident, 56 people were on board the bus, and of this 24 were injured and they were admitted to the Nuwara hospital. The Nuwara police station says it suspects that negligent driving may have caused the accident. In another accident, 6 persons, including a woman in an SLTB bus, were injured when the vehicle in which they were travelling hit the rear of a tipper truck carrying sand in Alimankada on the Vallavaya Thanamalwila main road. Our correspondent says the injured were admitted to the Thanamalwila Regional Hospital and later on the seriously injured were transferred to the Hambantota General Hospital. A motor car travelling in high speed crashed into several telephone poles by the roadside when the driver was unable to control the vehicle in the Vadigala area last night. At the time of the accident, there were 3 persons, including an infant, in the car, and the baby escaped without injuries and the 2 others were hospitalized.
The Mount Lavinia Magistrates Court has ordered today to remand former Minister Duminda Dissanayake till the 29th of this month. The former minister was taken into custody yesterday in connection with the ownership of a gold-plated T-56 firearm found in a housing complex in Timbirigasyaya. The Police Terrorist Investigation Division, after arresting the suspect, subjected him to an interrogation. Thereafter, he was produced before the courts. The former minister was then brought to the Valikada prison. We are moving to a short break and will bring you local news right after this.
Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
And we are back with more local news. The Department of Meteorology predicts intermittent rainfall today in the western, Sabaragamuwa, northwestern and central provinces, as well as in the Gaul and Mathura districts.
The Met report also forecasts of an activating southwestern monsoon condition, resulting in further rain in the areas. Showers or thunder showers may also occur in the evening or at night in the Uva province and also in the Ampara and Batticaloa districts. Heavy rainfall exceeding 100 mm could be expected in certain locations in the western and Sabaragamuwa provinces and also in the districts of Gaul, Mathura, Nuwara and Kandy. A house in the Pinhena Grama Seva division in Beruwala was damaged due to the fall of a massive boulder and a mountain of soil this morning. Residents say there is a threat of such dangerous rocks falling in the area.
And now more local news items in brief. 7 persons who had attempted to bring a haul of foreign cigarettes into the country illegally, valued at 18.6 million rupees, were nabbed at the Katunayak airport at dawn today. They have arrived from the countries Kuwait, Dubai and Oman. The suspects were residents of Anuradhapura, Kakirawa, Kahawat and Colombo. 3 suspects, including Deputy Commissioner of the Department of Motor Traffic, have been arrested in connection with bribery charges. They were ordered to be placed under detention till the 6th of next month, upon being produced before the Colombo Chief Magistrate. A discussion and field tour to strengthen the economy of the people by developing the tourism industry in Ohia village was conducted yesterday under the leadership of Director General of the Department of Samudra Development, C.D. Kaluarachi. A program to empower the lives of 400,000 families in parallel to the program to strengthen the economy is also being conducted in the village. Deputy Minister T.B. Sarath has presided over road development activities in the Mahawali D zone, Polonnaruwa, under the 1000 Farm Organizations 1000 Tasks program. The Sri Lanka Mahawali Authority is providing provisions. Measures are underway to set up a Ranaviru coordinating division in every army camp with the aim of further expanding welfare facilities to members of gallant soldiers killed in action as well as for retired and disabled Sri Lanka army personnel. The measures have been taken under the instructions of Army Commander Lieutenant General Lasantha Rodrigo. The program is expected to commence from 26th of this month. And we are bringing you foreign news right after this break.
Prima Kutumi, Pantamai.
Welcome back, and on foreign news, President Donald Trump threatened to impose a 50% tariff on European Union goods, saying that trade talks with the EU are making no progress. In a post on Truth Social, Trump criticized what he called the EU's powerful trade barriers, taxes, penalties and lawsuits against US companies. He said the trade imbalance with the European Union, which he claims is more than $250 billion a year, and is unacceptable. Later that day, during a signing ceremony at the White House, Trump said that he was no longer seeking a deal. The European Union responded by calling for mutual respect. The European Trade Commissioner said the European Union is committed to reaching a fair agreement and is prepared to defend its interests. The Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent supported Trump's stance, saying EU trade proposals haven't matched those of other key partners. He expressed hope that Trump's move would light a fire under EU negotiators. And on sports news, New Zealand national Rodney Gibbs has been appointed as the head coach of the Sri Lanka national rugby team.
He will assume duties in the new post from the 26th of this month. Rodney Gibbs has earlier functioned as an assistant trainee in the 7-side rugby team of New Zealand. It has also been reported that he would function as the Sri Lanka team's head coach until conclusion of Asian First Group Rugby Tournament. Meanwhile, Dushan Leuke was appointed as frontline trainer of the Sri Lanka team. Shubman Gill was appointed as captain of the Indian Test cricket team. He is scheduled to lead the Indian Test cricket team in the first match of the 5-match Test series against England to be commenced on the 20th of next month. Shubman Gill has so far represented Indian team in 32 Test matches. His record includes the scoring of 5 centuries and 7 half-centuries. Rishabh Pant will act as vice-captain of the Indian team in the tournament to be conducted in England.
Sri Lankan competitors have been successful in winning 15 medals at the Asian Under-22 boxing tournament conducted at the Sugatadasa Indoor Stadium in Colombo. An Asian-level boxing tournament was conducted in Sri Lanka after a lapse of 57 years. 400 boxers from 25 countries, including Sri Lanka, took part in the tournament, which commenced on the 12th of this month and ended yesterday. Sri Lanka has secured the 6th place in the medal table. The local players have won 4 silver medals and 11 bronze medals. Kazakhstan was in the forefront, winning 19 gold medals and 5 silver medals, altogether 24. Kyrgyzstan has taken the second place and the third place was clinched by Tajikistan. Minister of Sport Susil Kumar Gamage has also attended the concluding ceremony, which was attended by a group of officials by the Sri Lanka Boxing Association as well as the President of the Asian Boxing Association. And that's all the news we have for tonight. Join us again at the same time tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.